So guys, welcome to another part of our mega series for 2025. Today we are going to be talking about FRM, Financial Risk Management. As many of you guys know, we have an entire mega series that we create every year to talk about all finance and accounting qualifications that are applicable in India and overseas to help you make an informed decision. And we just celebrated our 9th year anniversary, and in celebration of that, we are going to be giving 9 of you guys our entire FRM qualification for the cost of just one level. Of course, you'll understand all of this as we go down the video. And in the video, the way to avail for this is I'm going to be asking you 3 questions anytime across the video. Pause, go down in the comments, answer, and we will be choosing 9 of you guys to offer this to. So with that, let's jump into it. And as always, let us know at the end if there's anything else we can create for you guys. FRM, Financial Risk Management. It's become one of those qualifications that now people do know about it when they think about the field of CFA or for that matter even CA. FRM is becoming more and more known. However, everyone is not really clear of what it really is and whether it's the right course for you. So in this video, we're going to figure out by the end if you are meant for FRM or not, and if yes, how to go about with it. Now, if it's the first time you're visiting our channel, please hit subscribe. And as always, if you find value in this video, give us a thumbs up. All right, let's get into it. So FRM, Financial Risk Management, it's managed by a US body called GARP, the Global Association of Risk Professionals. They have an office in India as well, obviously. And what it essentially is, so think about this. The qualification of CA or ACCA covers everything in the field of finance and accounts. The next specialization would be something like a CFA, which is a specialization only in the field of finance. Then, if you take a further specialization in CFA, you can get into financial risk, which is FRM. And today, the entire world, you talk about the top banks primarily, but any major association, any major entity, all of them are prone more and more to financial risk. And as you might know, there is something which is known as a CRO. We know about CEO, CFO, COO, but now CRO, Chief Risk Officer, is becoming a better and more sought after position for which FRMs are generally the best fit. So FRM is all about financial risk. So first thing is the eligibility for FRM. Simply put, if you've given grade 12 in India, you are eligible for FRM. Let me come to the academic structure, the most important thing. So FRM is split into 2 parts. Part 1 has 4 subjects, Part 2 has 6 subjects, all of which you can see on your screen. All of it, as you'll understand, is introducing you and taking you in depth in the field of finance and financial risk. Question: what is the validity period of completing the FRM certification after passing Part 1? Now, when it comes to the duration, FRM you can complete technically both the parts within 1 year. So if you've just given grade 12 and you're interested, perfect, many people, I've made a lot of combination videos of FRM plus CFA or FRM plus others, but FRM plus CFA is the most common one. So the best answer for you if you've just given grade 12 is, you can't give CFA till you're in your second year. So in your first year, finish FRM, by from your second year, start CFA. By the end of everything, you will have a CFA plus FRM, which is an amazing qualification. One of our top faculty members, Mr. Aman Singhania, he's the Vice President of Product at National Stock Exchange, NSE. He himself is a CFA plus FRM. He's always seeking really great candidates who have a similar qualification and is willing to pay them well and train them under his mentorship. All of this is because they all need, our National Stock Exchange needs people with such qualification. And yes, coming back to the academic structure, right? So you can finish it in 1 year. And you remember, you will need 2 years of work experience at any point later in the field of finance and accounts. So ideally, if you're in college, finish 1 year of FRM, hopefully work for 2 years in the background, work for a little while. It's okay, just start your work experience. And worst case scenario, post-graduation, immediately start working in the field of finance. Don't worry about the salary. Don't worry about the scope. Just start working, gain your experience, get 2 years of experience. So then with your 1 year of studying and passing both the parts, 2 years of experience, you become an FRM. Next comes the exam window. So part 1 you can give every May, August and November, and part 2 you can give in May and November. Next comes the exam format. The questions are all multiple choice questions. It's all objective and there are no negative marks. Question: what is the minimum passing mark required to clear each part of the FRM exam? passing rate across the world, like CFA, you have around 4 to 5 out of 10 students who give the exams, they'll end up clearing. Of course, at Zell, because of our ecosystem, because of our faculties, because of our study material, we have a higher passing rate. Around 8 out of 10 people end up clearing the exams if you, of course, sat through every important aspect of the qualifications. Next comes the scope. What is the value? Right? Well, in India, usual, right? I give you the example of NSC. But like that, any major multinational, you talk about the big four, KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, EY, uh, Grant Thornton, BDO. You talk about the banks, you talk about Bank of America, talk about JP Morgan, talk about Morgan Stanley, you talk about consulting companies like Accenture, and you talk about multiple Indian companies, Motilal Oswal, Kotak Securities, ICICI Securities, you talk about Anand Rathi. There are so many companies where being an FRM, whether they seek it out explicitly or you can get there because of your knowledge, it doesn't matter. FRM will get you there. When it comes to the kind of salary package, we've seen people, it ranges anywhere depending on how you've cleared the exam. Do you have any work exposure before that? And what kind of interview, what kind of companies do you go to? So taking all that into account, the average we've seen ranges from 5 lakh to 7 lakhs for an absolute fresher. It can be higher depending on how you've done in your life so far, what kind of a company you go to. And we've had examples of people who are really doing well with just FRM, but they do even better if you combine FRM with like a CFA or sometimes even an MBA. I also know a lot of people who've come to us saying that, okay, I manage my family wealth and I want to learn about FRM for helping us with my family money. So it goes beyond just a job. So remember that FRM gives you all these opportunities. Question: how many questions are there in part 1 and part 2 of the FRM certification? Finally, when it comes to fees, total start to end, if you do FRM, it will cost you around 2 lakhs, and this 2 lakhs includes everything. It includes the exam fees, it includes the registration cost, it includes the study material, it includes the training fees, it includes any and everything that you would do. That is spread out over the entire span of you completing FRM. So it's not all done at once. And think about it, compared to what you will gain in return, right, which is an international US-based qualification applicable across the world. Your first salary will be more than what you can ever earn with just a BCom. You know that as you progress, if you're good, your income will grow exponentially, all for the initial investment of 2 lakhs compared to, let's say, you go abroad, you do an MBA. It can cost anywhere from 50 lakhs to 1 CR, and you might still not get that kind of a return in a 10-year period. So, of course, if you are doing something in life, please make sure that you've not only taken the cost, which is not the most important thing, into account, but the scope. Does it fit what you do? FRM is more for people who love finance, who know that they're going to spend their life in tackling the real world problem of the finance aspect and the risk aspect. You want to work with numbers, you want to work with people who are super intelligent. Finance, we know, controls, is the backbone rather of the entire global economy. And if you want to be a part of that, FRM can really, really be an impactful choice for you guys. So with all of that, please leave it in the comments if there's anything else you'd like answered. And as always, feel free, reach out to us. We'll help you with every single detail possible.